You've been working with Excel Word, and headers and footers are not an issue. The question is, can you incorporate headers and footers into Excel? And the question is yes, and I'm going to show you how. Let's go. Brad Williams, Excel Prime. 7.5 Excel reports, adding a footer and a header. Where to begin with the header footer situation? Remember, we just go to view, we go to page layout. Here we have a preliminary header footer setting. The way it's kind of set up here, it's because the page is laid out kind of odd. So this is just a preliminary view, and a header footer is if you want to put your logo, your address, your company name, any information you want constant. In other words, this will be viewable on every printable page if that's the way you design it. You also have, if you scroll down, you're also going to have a footer. The footer information can include whatever presets you want. And what we'll do is we'll go back to normal and we'll just discuss a little bit about the page layout. As you can see here, because of this layout format, the columns and rows, the footer is going to be out of configuration, but that's beside the point. The header and footer information, 7.5 header and footer. You're going to have a button code and some functions. You can preset a page by page number. You can by number of pages. This is the presets. You can define these however you want. The number of pages, the current date, the current time, file path, file name, sheet name, picture, format picture. You can actually put a picture. Let's say you have a logo and you want to just add your logo, you can include that logo. Layout, print first page or different first page, different odd and even pages, scale with document and align with page. So the page number, this is the code you're going to input. It displays the page number. The number of pages and pages displays the total number of pages to be printed. Current date, you use this and it displays the current date. Current time, the file path, if you have a file path, a file name, the sheet name displays the sheet's name. The picture enables you to add a picture. The format, you can also format a picture. Different first page, if checked, you can specify a different header footer for the first printed page. In other words, let's say you have nice layout. It shows your company logo, your company address, a phone number, an email address, but you don't want that on every printed page. You can configure that. You can set up different odd and even pages. If checked, you can specify a different header footer for odd and even pages. Scale with document. If checked, the font size in the header and footer will be sized accordingly. If the document is scaled when printed, this option is enabled by default and align with page margins. If checked, the left header and footer will be aligned with the left margin, and the right header and footer will be aligned with the right margin. Let's go to sheet 3. Let's go to view. Let's go to page layout. And here we have a header. So we want to click this section here, and we're going to go up to a new icon. It says header and footer. We have options. We can go to header. It just points out really nothing. Footer. This will take us to the footer. Page number. You can see now I have page number there, and maybe I didn't want that information in there. Remove it. Number of pages. So whatever you do, if you want the current time, then you can go to any of these sections here. This is called the header. You want to adjust the footer, scroll down, and you can make whatever adjustments. So be sure you're in the header and footer. Go to header and footer, and if you want the current time to show on the footer, you can just hit current time. If you want the current date, you can change this. If you want pages, remember page number, this would add the page number to the header or footer. Go to number of pages, and number of pages, add the number of pages to the header or footer. It will automatically update as you change the workbook. So if you have multiple pages, clearly you want that number. But if you want to start with page number, go to page number and be sure to align this accordingly. So and page would be page 1. If you want and pages, the next page you'd go and pages. You can hit a file path, you can hit sheet name, you can add a picture, you can change different first page, different odd and even page. You can scale a document and align with page margin. Go back up. If you have a logo, you can add a logo. If you can go Smith Company, you can type in whatever you want at 123 First Street or Main Avenue, somewhere, New York, 12345. You can scale this. So if you want this to fit, and you can change the configuration here by adjusting this somewhere. You can stretch your margins, or you can adjust your header dimensions over here on the left. That would be the rows. You can adjust the column up here at the top and just grab this arrow here. You can change this configuration. Go in here, align this accordingly. You'll have to figure this header and footer. If you type in, we'll say 123 Main Street, and you want to break the line, just hit enter. You can go somewhere. And if you want to change the look here, just exit, just hit enter, go to home. If you want to make this bold, you can use the same format as before. You want to change the font size, just here we went back to home. We're using the normal format features, and you want to increase that to 22. You can go back over to the left side. You can realign this information. The column information for the header, you can't change. In other words, the column widths here are set. Be sure to check out all of our Excel courses. Excel data and text manipulation. We have an advanced beginners and an intermediate course. Excel essentials. This is for individuals new to Excel. We have an advanced, excellent beginners, level 1 and level 2, and intermediate level course. Excel formulas, formulas only. We have a beginner, an advanced, and an intermediate level course. Click on any of the links. There's a short video that explains everything about the course. Check it out. But the rows are adjustable. Other than that, you can add an image. You can go to footer design options. There's some other configuration features that you can throw around in here. Just experiment with whatever works for you, but that's a quick introduction to header and footers. And remember, these presets, go back to header and footer. These are just presets. You want to put page number here, page number. And then when you want to print, take a look here. Let's go File, Print, first page header, File, Print. Go to header, footer, just put in current date. You can put in anything you want here. And then you can just put a time here. Go down to the footer. Remember, go to header, footer. You can see there's pages right there, page 1. If you don't have a number anywhere within this spreadsheet, if you hit File, Print, it's not going to show anything. Crazy, huh? Put some random information in there, File, Print, and now you can see there's the date, there's your address, 7:20 a.m., page 1. So let's back out. Let's go down to page 2. Just put some random information. You can now go to File, Print, and you can see 1 of 2, and we have the same information as page 1 if you want that setting. In other words, if you want this header to show up on every page, you can do that. If you add different odd and even pages, you can scroll down this page here, and you're going to see the header doesn't show up, but the footer does. Just the header and the footer show up on page 1. Go to header, footer, different first page, and that would be different. We toggle on, toggle off. Different first page, check that off, and you can see it's going to align and show the header on each page. Be sure to click in the header, and you can adjust these according to scale with document, align with page margin, so on and so forth. That's the header section. Brad Williams, Excel Prime.